In your head.
It's my head.
In your head.
Oh, is it my head or your head?
I think it's in your head, but
in your head.
Zombies by the... I really think that song sucks.
No.
You want to know what it is, though? Here. So first off...
You're wrong. That
No,
you hate the island.
just wait. Let me pitch it. First things first, and I don't want pushback on this. I want a genuine answer. What setting, what vibe is that song for?
Sadness.
Yeah. Okay. All right, I'll give you that, I guess. But it's really aggressive for sadness.
Yeah,
You're not working out to it. Yeah, but sad songs are like, I just went through a breakup. I need a sad song to listen to. There's just some depressed person sad about the military-industrial complex. He's like, I know what I'm going to put
Irish
on.
People upset about the British
So,
imperialism.
and I think, Jeff, you might be able to relate to this. Josh, you might be able to, too. What I think more than anything has ruined it for me is sitting through all arts open mics.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure. That'll ruin any song.
That ruined.
Because here's the thing. I don't think the Cranberries are a bad musical group. I don't. Band is what they would normally call that. I truly don't think that. But when you watch some talentless piece of shit take up 7 to 10 minutes singing the Cranberries on acoustic guitar that can't hit not any of the fucking notes, it really turns you off.
It makes, dude, doing covers of songs at open mics makes no goddamn sense. Because it's like, hey, we
Go to
already know this.
karaoke night.
It's like, yeah, we already know the song is good. You know why you know the song is good? Because it's a song.
I have a lot of
You dumbass.
I know a lot of people
idiots.
who are in like music stuff, and covers are like a big thing. Like I went
There's cover bands. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
Is your dream to work at a wedding?
Bro, no, but there are people who like legit make not a good but a living doing just being a cover band.
Yeah, you
and
suck.
getting hired for things.
You suck if you're doing
But
that.
the thing is they don't. They
you
just
suck as
don't
a
have the
person.
creativity.
Yeah, it's like you just don't.
Wouldn't that be nuts if I was just
go
like,
do Louis?
I was just like a Louis C.K. cover comic?
Well, those people exist too.
Yeah, I know, but that's a different thing. It's I don't know, man. It's weird because I know, like, so my Sonny, my friend, his girlfriend, her brother is in a hardcore band who's great. Like, they will go do a local venue and like people will come and sing their songs, which is super sick.
Yeah,
I mean,
really
that's
cool.
a crazy level to be at. And then they'll do like one or two, like just to like amp the crowd up. They'll do like, what's the song? Let the bodies hit the floor. Like, they'll do that. And it, dude, listen, it amps the crowd up. It's kind of like being if we could just do like a Louis bit in the middle of our set to be like, I'm going to get this crowd really going and then I'll get back into my stuff. That's different. I watched a set of theirs, 30, 40 minutes. They did 2 songs that weren't theirs. But I watched other bands go up before them that like literally only played other songs.
Yeah.
But yet they had face makeup on.
So you suck.
Commit to one of
We're
the
a Kiss
things.
Mother band, cover band. We're Smooch.
Yeah, exactly.
Give it up for Smooch.
It's crazy to like, and I know one of the girls who does makeup for the band, like they hire her. It's crazy to hire somebody to
Also,
do your makeup to go sing somebody else's
And what
shit.
do they do for the makeup?
Well,
because that's another thing. Is like, are you also ripping off of Kiss with the makeup?
No.
You're like doing Kiss's makeup and then singing like a cover of another. It's like just stop. Just sell cars.
Yeah,
it's okay. Just be a car salesman.
Just have a fucking good idea.
Yeah,
yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
You know what I was thinking about today too was that like this is. I was watching highlights on YouTube. It got recommended. Softball, the World Tournament softball was getting recommended, and it's like who,
dude?
Like,
I'm gonna oppose you on this immediately.
Who gives a fuck?
I do, dude.
If America America loses, I don't care, and if they win, we should win.
So I'm only committed to one
cares?
softball event a year, and it's the College Softball World Series, and it is, first off, exhilarating. Second off, hosted in Oklahoma City. And thirdly, OU wins like every year. But it's softball, in my personal opinion, if we're talking about watching on TV, 100 times more exciting than watching Major League Baseball. It is.
Dude.
Okay, so wait, how many softball games have you guys sat and watched on TV?
Yeah, exactly. Point proven.
How many MLB games have you
lot.
watched? And those are fun for you?
Dude,
It's fun to
dude,
sit in front of your
there's-
couch for
yeah.
9 hours and watch an MLB game?
If you
Okay.
enjoy baseball, yeah.
Men's like MLB baseball has men in it,
Yeah.
and it's a sport,
Yeah, softball's a sport.
so more entertaining.
Dude, I will go to bat on this. I will get
And
actually
you'll
aggressive.
strike out. Look at this.
I will get actually aggressive about it. Softball is faster pace. There's more home runs.
No shot.
It is.
How
No.
is it faster pace?
Bases are smaller. The fucking field is
'Cause
smaller.
they're slower.
Well,
They can't
listen.
hit as far.
The pitching, it's just a more it's a fast-paced game. Listen
But that's
to me.
but
Listen
the
to me.
beauty of
Listen to
baseball
me.
is the
Listen to me.
stakes that happen.
They throw underhand.
What do you mean?
Like
It's
the
more
beauty
natural
of
and they still
baseball
throw
is when
90
it's
miles
when
an
it's
hour.
when it's the 8th inning and there's a guy on second base and there's 2 outs and the team is down by 1 and it's a fully loaded count and somebody's up to bat. Like those moments are way more intense.
Why are
because
you
of-
describing that like that literally doesn't happen?
Because
in
I'm
softball?
saying, but I'm saying you're saying it's fast paced. Those moments, it doesn't
Listen
matter if
to
that's
me.
fast paced. The
Well,
build up is better
no,
then because it
listen to
takes
what
more
I'm
for a
saying.
release.
You're describing
You get what I'm saying?
something.
Fat lesbians.
No, it makes zero sense.
Boo.
What
It make-
you
no,
what?
it
No,
make
no,
you
no, no, no.
appreciate it. It's
what
the
you
same
said
thing.
makes zero sense.
Yes, it
what
does.
I mean, no, it doesn't.
Because you're saying it's fast
that
paced.
exact situation you described happens in
Right,
softball
but I'm saying,
all the time.
but it doesn't matter if it's fast paced. Is what I'm saying.
It's not
like
a
it
fat.
doesn't.
Oh my God! Let me
But you're
explain what I'm saying first. I'm not
play with
wrong.
this.
We have different opinions. It's not right, wrong here. I have
Since
an
when
opinion.
does your opinion not make you right in this fucking podcast? You always say that what somebody else is wrong, dude.
Well,
If they just-
sometimes
Yes,
people are
exactly.
wrong.
Yeah, like
but this is an opinion. I can go I like watching softball better, and you can go I like watching baseball better. Those are opinions. Softball being faster paced is not necessarily an
I was
opinion.
gonna say, Shay, it's a.
It's a matter of fact.
Let's look at this.
Here's the thing. The bases are smaller.
Length
the
of-
field is smaller. There's more home runs. There's more doubles. There's more runs in general. You don't very commonly end a
Because
game at
there's-
0-1.
Because there's more errors because they're women.
Let's just do the women bit again. We get it. Women
My
are.
bad. Am I
you're-
trying to do comedy on
Dude,
this fucking
listen,
podcast? Of
listen.
arguing about softball.
Listen, you can do the fucking.
Never
you can
mind.
do
Let's keep
comedy.
doing this for 20
Let's just be
fucking
misogynistic every fucking 2 seconds. I mean, it's hilarious. I mean, all I'm
You're
saying.
right. This is hilarious.
All I'm saying.
let's
is that,
praise softball.
Oh my
What a
God.
bit.
Oh my God, dude.
What a good bit this is.
This sucks.
This stinks.
This
dude.
is off to the worst start. I'm trying to find out. There's only 7 innings in softball.
Could you
I actually
sit
don't
through any
know.
longer?
Welcome back to the Triple F podcast. This is episode number 73.
I'm not having fun. I'm having a bad time.
Yeah,
that pissed
yeah.
me the fuck off.
Yeah, well, it's
We're just trying to have discord here. You know, I'm just trying to have a conversation. I'm just trying to do what I think people are interested in, which is very commonly when we have differences of opinions.
Well,
and
yeah.
it's just describing that.
My bad. I thought it was the comedy, but I guess I'm mistaken.
Well, no, I mean, people message us all the time about, people still message me about sweater or sweatshirt, the thing that you were a part of, which I think is the problem here is you don't feel part of this, so you don't want to keep going. What is the deal here?
I just want it to be funny.
Yeah, okay, so it can be funny, but we can't just keep going, women are bad at things.
But that does factor into all the points you were making.
Well, I mean, I will say this.
Smaller bases because they don't run as fast.
Well,
they can't throw
no, that's
as
a
hard.
fact.
Hold
I'm not
on,
gonna
hold
argue
on.
the
Let
fact.
me talk for like 10 seconds.
Okay.
They can't run as fast,
Yeah.
and they can't throw as hard, so
Right.
the bases have to be shorter. The field has to be shorter because they can't hit as far.
Well, the field is smaller because the balls are comprised of different materials, so the balls don't go as far. That's
they
why
also
the field is
don't
smaller.
hit as far.
Yeah, I mean, sure.
You can say it's the balls or their strength.
No, but
They
it
don't
is.
go
I'm
as
not.
far.
Here's the deal. I'm not arguing whether women are faster than men or not. That's not an argument
right,
I'm
but
here
my
to
point
make.
is all of those concessions of like smaller field, shorter distance between bases. That's
Mm-hmm.
all there. That's to keep pace with baseball. It's not to exceed pace with baseball.
Well, I don't know if it's. I don't really know what the intention of. I don't know if they were comparing the speed of the game to the speed of a baseball game. All I'm saying is that I enjoy watching it. You know how many fat ass bitches are on softball
dude.
teams, by the way? Can we?
yeah,
that's
dude.
good,
I've
too.
seen baseball. I've seen softball
Misogyny,
catchers.
man. Calling women fat. I don't like it.
I didn't call them fat. I said their asses are fat.
They are fat.
And
Oh, fat.
Just because
So
you like
use
fat
the term.
tits, we don't
You
need
use-
to be in contention the whole podcast.
They'd be sloppy as hell on a
I know,
You're
exactly.
saying fat, but you're using the term fat ass as in like literal fat ass. I thought you were saying they were
Yeah.
fat asses, like being like they are
Well, the
big.
catcher-
women.
No,
Yeah,
I
the
should have
catcher's in the
said
first
big
base.
ass
Big
bitches.
bitch.
I will say
Big-
pitchers, catchers, and
At
first
base,
baseman.
you don't want to dog.
They're thick as fuck.
They're
They're all
more-
stationary
they're more
positions.
They're more square built.
Yeah.
Than
they're up
parachute.
third on the batting lineup.
They're
That's
the
what that
tops.
is. Yeah,
They're the tops.
Yeah, they're the
of the team.
they're batting
yes.
cleanup. Those
Yeah.
the first baseman. A guy Ryan.
They wear cups for fun.
The cups are for their oversized clips. That's
okay,
what
now,
it is.
now
All right, I'm back on the misogyny
I do,
train.
I
I'm
do
sorry.
have a genuine question now.
'Kay.
Do women wear cups when they're catching and in softball?
I wouldn't think so, but
I'm sure a
taking-
softball to the fucking cooch cannot feel good,
yeah,
dude.
I'm gonna Google it.
Yeah,
I am interested
But a
in that now.
softball or baseball hitting anything can't feel good.
No, of
Yeah,
course.
exactly.
But if
Do
you're that vulnerable, if you have a
players,
I was gonna say
well, I guess,
gaping
yeah,
hole,
but
but
also
that's
like
not the
your
right
balls,
word.
your balls like dangle.
you want to know what's really funny? So I typed in "do softball players wear?" It went cups, hats, thongs. Some horny guys
yeah,
being like,
yeah.
"Yeah."
That was the level of horniness.
Yeah.
You went cup. Do they wear cups? Okay, hats.
hats, and then
What
they're
about
like,
thongs. They went to.
"Do they wear thongs?"
They went through two options and started getting progressive hornier. Like they were like progressively hornier.
Do softball
Who
players?
Googled hats? What idiot asked hats?
Of course they wear hats.
No,
dude.
I don't.
No,
think
they wear visors.
I don't think they always wear hats.
They wear-
Sometimes they wear visors. Yeah.
They wear. When I
I'm
worked
starting to. The visors is making me turn on softball. Well, wait, they have ponytails.
Yeah,
You can put a ponytail out the back.
Yeah,
of
but
a
that
snapback.
stinks.
That's a great point, though. Honestly.
that's dude. I used to work at a pizza place, and that was always a point of contention whether or not you got the option when you got promoted to the kitchen or the the register. You got to choose whether or not you wanted a visor or a hat, and that really dictated how
When you got
how I
promoted
viewed
to
you.
kitchen or register, promoted from what?
Busser. You bus, dude.
Oh,
you
okay,
work your
okay,
way
okay,
up from
okay,
the
okay.
bus boy to the register or the kitchen, and that really depended on
You
how
could-
much
you
acne
could
you had.
eat-
By the way,
you could
I was
eat in.
I was a kitchen guy. They were like, keep him in the back, dude.
You could eat in at this place.
Yeah.
Okay, because you're like whether you're promoted to register or kitchen. I'm thinking of like a takeout pizza spot.
I
I'm
know.
like, what the fuck?
I'm
No,
imagining
yeah,
a
no.
Domino's that has like that one table inside of it so that you can sit there while you're
Yeah,
waiting
who's-
to pick up your pizza, and you have to bust that table. You make 43 cents a day.
you get tipped. Okay, there's a thing. Do you tip? I never do this, and I feel like I just
On
realized
to-go
that I'm
orders
wrong.
that
On
I'm
to go.
picking up?
Yeah.
No.
You don't, right?
Mm-mm.
No.
Right. Because at this point, I don't give tipping's too much. I mean, I'm not going to rant about that again, but we've talked
Yeah,
about
we've
it plenty
definitely
of times,
talked about
but
that, but no,
Yeah, I
won't.
hate it. It's just
I also won't tip at a coffee spot unless like I'm happen to be using cash and I have like coins left over that I don't want to put in my pocket. I'm not going to
Yeah.
tip you to make my coffee. You're getting paid hourly to make my coffee.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'll put coins in a jar because I don't want jangly pockets.
Exactly.
You know what
But
the-
I'll fucking
You know what the
never.
newest hacky videos on Instagram and stuff are the people being like, oh, and they do
Turn
a
the
thing and then they
iPad
turn
around.
the iPad around on everything. It's like, stop doing it. It was funny the first
The
three
first
that
one
you
I
saw.
saw was funny.
The
That's
Death
just
Row
the-
one was funny when it's like the last meal, the Almost Friday kids when he turned it around when he like brought him his last meal, and then after that everybody started making them, and it was like,
yeah. Isn't that weird? It's weird how something creeps into your mind as a thing people like this in the last 6 months has been something that people talk about all the time now is like the tip thing.
yeah,
And it's like what makes our collective like
you
like,
see it on Instagram,
it,
a
right?
bunch.
Like it's got to be the internet and then
It
all of a
is.
sudden it's like you can make jokes about it for about a week and then you're a hack.
100%.
That sucks.
That's
Also,
the cycle
according to
of comedy.
softballpoint.com, female softball players typically do not wear cups as the female anatomy does not require the same level of protection. Fuck, you're kidding. That died. Oh, no, that's the big camera.
What did
No
that say?
space on the memory
Oh, that's
card.
fine. I have a second card in there.
Okay.
Keep it going.
Yeah. I do like that they're
I like
like
how it's just like they don't need protection.
I think I like how
Suck
it's
it up, ladies.
I like that it's describing it as if the person who would Google this does not understand the female anatomy, which is probably true. Just some horny guy like, do they wear cups? And it's like, the female anatomy does not require the same level of protection. He's like, why not?
He's taking
Do-
back his application to do laundry for a softball team. He's like,
Yeah,
they're not
he's
wearing
like,
cups.
Get out
I'm
of
not
here.
sniffing their socks.
Do softball players wear thongs? That's so funny. Do softball players wear butt plugs while they play softball?
Do they wear high heels? Did I just attend a strip club softball outing and think they're all like this?
That would be cool. I would watch strippers play softball. I personally would play
I'd
in
watch
like
strippers play a lot of things. If I'm being
that's
honest.
true. Would you play in like if you had the time and you didn't have like dreams? Would you play in like a recreational softball league?
No.
Really? I
No.
totally would.
Dude,
I think
have
this
you ever
is just,
done like post-work activities? They suck.
So I guess I more thought about it like not like people that I work with. I've worked with a lot. I've had jobs, and I don't think I would ever want to be on like a team of like 10.
Anybody
with
who's
any
like
10
signing
coworkers
up for like extracurricular like post-work activities, even if it's with your like coworkers or not, it like screams of like brewery IPA people. Like it's just not the type of people I wanna
you're
be
right.
around.
It's people. Well, what it
we
is.
drink IPAs and play softball on the weekends.
Yeah, I have a friend who's in
We're
like.
softballs with a Z. Like,
Yes,
God damn,
exactly.
dude, no.
It's like, Brad brought his home brewed IPA and he's got it in a cooler, even though it's still somehow body temperature when we drink it. Yeah.
We only play about 4 innings, and then Daryl pulls his truck around. He's got a 6 system, and then John just plays his acoustic guitar. Someone will bring like a couple of kegs, and we'll just kind of hang out.
Honestly, man, I'm just here because I'm really trying to finger Karen from the HR department. Like, that's kind of my thing.
And she's, it's her job to keep fingers out of her and the other employees' vaginas.
Which makes it even hotter.
That's a funny sketch. Like a guy hitting on the HR lady because he's like, her not wanting it makes it hotter.
Yes,
and she's
exactly.
Like, it's my job to make sure you're not fingering people at work.
Yes.
God, that makes
It's
me
like, you're
want
not
more.
fingering people at work, right? He's like, no, I'm not, but I'm trying. He's like, you have to stop trying. You're making your female coworkers uncomfortable. And he's like, uncomfortable or hot and bothered. You know what I mean?
He's going up to his female coworkers being like, smell that. And like, it smells like soap. And he's like, you could change that.
Hell yeah, dude. That's a sick pickup line. Honest to God.
I watched
might start
That's
using
not bad.
that.
What does that smell like? She's like, I don't know, Dove? He's like, exactly. But you could make it fish.
You can
make it your butthole.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
finger
put
in
this
the
anywhere.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest.
yeah.
If you're a freak and you want me to put this in your fucking ear, I'll do it. I
Yeah.
don't care.
Hilarious. Give a bitch a wet willy. I don't know why I said bitch as if I refer to women like that.
Give
ever.
a bitch a wet willy.
Give a bitch
Yeah,
a-
I would like to retract a couple statements. First off, I would like to apologize. I don't know why I got so angry about softball.
Hilarious.
either.
Though. No, I like it. I like it.
and
Though, because
I don't
it's a
know what
fun-
it is.
It's a fun start to the podcast.
Honestly, I've been waking up really early to play golf, which is a gay reason, and I have not slept very much. And dude, I just got fucking heated quick.
What's another?
I
thing you've been mad
also
about?
when
wanna
I
argue
when
about
I
something.
immediately tried to break that by going a lot of bitches with fat asses in softball. I stand by the principle of it. There are a lot of well-endowed, back-ended women that play college softball, and but I don't know that I
not
just
like middle school softball.
no. I mean.
no. You do not mean
No.
anything. You mean
No. Don't cut me off
I
because
mean,
I was
young
gonna.
chubby girls are into softball.
No, like I was gonna say, like seniors in high school. Usually
the
by
ones
the
that were
last,
held back a year.
by the last
That were
half
nice.
of their
That is a weird thing when the kids get held back for sports because it's like you'll see like we had a kid in my grade named
Yeah.
Devin DeWally who actually got dropped out
had
of
a-
school, but
we had
he
a bunch of those kids.
he was 14 or we were 14. He was like 16 on the freshman football team, full beard. It was like Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
There's also rumors that his dad gave him steroids. Odd. There was
Well,
that's
it's
just
not-
a thing when people
It might not be true, but the dad definitely had the energy of a dad who would give him steroids. You know
Right.
what I mean? It's the kind of dad who holds their kid back, or I don't think we had a bunch of kids who
I got
played.
a red shirt you. He's like, I'm in 9th grade.
Yeah,
You're red
exactly.
shirt. You
Well,
said
that's
they
what they
red
did,
shirty.
dude. There was a lot of kids in my school that were like, my school was big on sports. A lot of kids who were like great athletes, and then they also were like 11 months older than everybody. Like whatever that weird cutoff is
Yeah,
when
like
their
September.
parents when their parents can start school but they don't. They did, and those kids just so happen to all be really great athletes.
Yes.
Fishy.
Fishy.
And their parents are all coaches. Like it's like,
Yeah,
all
yeah,
right.
yeah.
My parents had that choice. They
Were
could've
you
put-
old for your grade?
I was old for my grade.
Yeah.
But they could have put me They could have put me in the grade after me, and they had that choice. And I think my parents were like, "Get him the fuck out of this house, quick!"
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what it is. That's a game time decision of being like, I'm not gonna sit here for another fucking year with this kid.
Wait, wouldn't that make you young for your wait?
Yeah, he was young for his grade.
You were young.
Old.
I was old for my grade,
So then what you just said was backwards then.
so maybe it was backwards.
I was about to say because
I was old for my grade.
they
I
held
know
on
they
to
had a
you.
choice.
They coddled you. They were like,
Maybe
"We
I
want
did
this
have
baby
another-
around the house."
My
Maybe they were
parents
like,
got divorced when I was 3, so maybe they were like,
How does that affect you psychologically? Do you remember them fighting and stuff when you're 3? How old are you when you're 3? Well, do you have memories? Do you have memories when you're 3? That's what I meant by that. How old are you when you're 3?
I don't know that a statement so simple yet so dumb has ever been said, not on this podcast, just in general.
life?
I don't know that there's something that lacks more of a complete thought than
It's
that.
a complete thought. I meant, do you have memories?
No, you didn't have a complete thought before you said it.
Yeah.
I don't know that you
there's
could
no
say
better
a dumber
example
sentence.
of like,
I don't.
slow down and think of what you're
I knew
trying
what
to
I was
say.
trying to say.
Well, I know you
just
did.
messed
What
it
I'm
up.
saying is, if you break it down, regardless of whose mouth that came out of, there's no dumber question than how old are you when you're this old? Yeah,
I meant
I'm
it
not.
like,
it's not a
what is
personal
your
attack.
cognitive state is what I meant by
I don't remember being 3.
I don't
Do you guys
remember
remember
being
being 3?
Probably very select.
Because that's
things.
about when you start
Bro,
your memory.
I have like 2 memories, and then I was in the 3rd grade. I have a memory. This is actually kind of funny. I have a memory of my biological father sitting on the ground up against the couch. My mom and my half-sister were behind him, and he let me have a sip of his Heineken, which is very
telling.
foreshadowing for sure.
Yeah, that's
and you know what's crazy? My half-sister messaged me like however long ago, and I told her about that memory, and she was like, I remember that. Which is nuts. And then I remember burning myself on the grill riding a fucking big wheel trike. And then all of a sudden, I'm in 3rd grade. I also actually have a couple weird memories from like being really young.
My buddy had
No trauma, just
you
like
remember
they were
crotch,
weird.
You remember crotch rockets or pocket rockets?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those little motorcycle bikes.
Yeah, of course. Everybody
When,
wanted
when
one.
you had one of those, it just meant those and trampolines. Just like your parents just want something bad to happen to you.
So, but
dude.
wait, I had a trampoline, but we had a net up around it.
Net is dude. That's like that's a condom for a trampoline, where it's like it's so much better without it.
Of course, because then we would
'Cause
climb
it's
up
too
in
s-
the
yes.
trees and jump
And
over
you-
the net
yeah,
down
Using it
onto
to
it.
catch your kids.
Hey, wait, 1 second. Set it up for the clip. All right, come on.
That was good. No,
Trampolines
no,
are
no,
like
no,
condoms
no.
with a net
I'm not doing that.
or whatever
no,
I
no.
said. That was good though.
I'll bombard that.
That one was good. But yeah, dude, my buddy had because pocket rockets, they used to have the electric ones and they'd have the gas powered ones, if you remember. And the gas powered ones were like the real deal ones versus
Yes.
like the cheap little Walmart ones.
Yeah.
And I went on my buddy's gas powered one. I'd only done electric ones. And I like did what I normally do with the electric ones, which is just full crank. And with the gas powered one, it just boom. And I held on to the crank and just got dragged. Like I'm talking
Yeah.
like bouncing up and down. And I got like
Yeah.
face marked or
I got
Road rash.
knocked out and was left in the middle of a busy highway because we evacuated for a hurricane.
When you say highway,
Busy highway.
okay, crazy. Okay, keep
We
going.
were
Can't believe I haven't
evacuating
heard
for a hurricane, and there was like a super long. We were in Tallahassee, and there was like a huge steep hill, and I went down it on my skateboard. Not a very good skateboarder, and you know when you get like the wobbles and like you
Yeah.
can't
that. Too
stop?
late when you hit the wobbles.
I ate shit. I hit my head. I was knocked out in the middle of a street, and then I woke up in the hospital, and then they gave me Percocets that were too high a milligram for somebody my size and age.
Fuck yeah.
And for the next like 4 days, I was just tripping balls and a Bennigan's.
A Bennigan's. Oh, because you couldn't go anywhere else because of a hurricane.
Yeah,
You're
that was just
on
the closest.
perks at a Bennigan's,
Yeah.
dude. That sounds sick as fuck.
I was just on.
so were the
hell-
waiters.
Yeah,
You-
exactly.
you guys were just vibing.
Dude, you're lucky they didn't find out you had those perks, dude.
I was on hella perks eating French onion soup and a Bennigan's.
as like a 10-year-old.
Yeah,
I think
fuck
I was like
yeah.
12, 13, yeah.
I feel like we all did. You guys have those friends where like the crotch rocket friend, where like their family always had like the
The
those
newest-
kind of things, and it's not even like the newest thing. I'm not equating this to like money or class. It was just that kind of person whose like dad always
Dirt
wanted to
bikes.
buy him like he got like a cool first car, but not a good one, like a 2002 Mustang.
Yeah,
But he
yeah.
put like an exhaust on it for his kid, and he would always, he'd buy him like a 4-wheeler, and like he always had, and it's like
They were always on the 4-wheelers, but they didn't really have a lot of property.
right.
They go to Mexico every winter, but they don't have like.
No, they don't
like,
go to
own their-
Mexico. These people vacation in Branson, Missouri.
This is a Branson, Missouri.
They never
Cabin
went
type people?
to
Yes.
they never went to a paintball place, but their dad bought them a paintball gun
Yes.
just to have.
Yes,
They would just like shoot stop signs.
Yes, we are
Yeah,
describing
yeah.
the exact same person.
Mhm.
And their parents also like have alcoholism typically, but you don't know that when you're
But
young.
it's like fun boat alcoholism.
Yeah, no, it's fun. It's like I smoke 2 packs of fucking Marlboro Lights a day, and I always am drinking beer. Like it's that kind of alcoholic.
And
where
I'll
it's
lie
like,
to your mom and tell her that, like, hey, yeah, leave your kid while you're on a business trip. He'll be safe, but I'm going to drink and put him on a jet ski.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the ones that go too fast on the boats when they're pulling the kids in the tubes. That's that dad. That's the dad.
Bro, we used to have this. So there was this kid in my grade named Matt Milligan, and he had this big fucking house in this nice neighborhood. The backyard was like a golf course. His dad made a lot of money doing something, but he's like a savage alcoholic. But like a fun alcohol. Like he would be at like the house parties, like smoking cigarettes inside, like, all right, fucking, what are you kids up to? Like that kind of like. He was cool, Mike Milligan. If my friends know him and still love him, every day that he is alive is a blessing. It's insane. So he. When we were in 3rd grade, at the end of the year, we would always have a sleepover. The whole class would go, all the boys would go over there and sleep over and stuff. And one time, he bought boxing gloves, and we had like a fucking 12-year-old fight night. And we were just knocking each other fucking senseless. Like, it was crazy. And I just remember him being there with, like, a drink in his hand pretty early in the morning, smoking a cigarette inside, of course, and just a circle of 12-year-olds just swinging at each other in boxing gloves. It was crazy.
There's a lot of, like, friend groups have, like, the kid with that dad. And as, like, a 12-year-old, you're like, man, I wish that was my dad. And you're like, no, you don't. I promise you, smoke
Yeah.
inside, drink at 11 a.m., dad, you do not want as your dad.
Well, and like
as a 12-year-old, you're like, man, he like lets us ride his jet skis and like he orders pizza every night. And it's like,
yeah,
your friend's malnourished and is not doing okay.
And like my friend Matt
and
just
inhales a lot of secondhand
smoke.
smoke.
And he just slowly became his dad. I mean, like,
of course.
you know, I don't know how he's doing now. I haven't seen him in a while, but like last time, because in high school, that's the coolest guy. You want to be able to,
100%.
like, it's not a house that like everybody can just go to, everybody can just show up at. Like, there's like parties there on the
tiers to
weekends.
it.
There's tiers to it, and
Levels to
I
this
always teetered the levels, dude. It was always so close. Sometimes I could be there, sometimes I couldn't. It was really fucked up. But anyways.
Was he like popular?
Yeah, but
was he
it's-
good looking? What was he?
No, not at all. But the thing is you can all come over. You can smoke weed, K2, and cigarettes, and Black and Milds, of course, inside the house, and we can all get drunk. So it's like that's what we do, which is really cool. But every day that passes once we graduate high school, it becomes less and less cool. I mean, it is a ticking time bomb. I remember at one point like being on drugs and going over to his house, like while I was in college or living off campus, and and I went over there, and I remember being a drug addict and feeling sad that I was there. Like, you know what I mean? And being like, and every day that goes by, that's
Just
he's
off oxy. He's just like, you guys are fucking.
And he's the
holy
guy that-
yes, dude, exactly.
He's the guy that
Exactly.
the guy
itching
hangs
my
out.
nose. That's raw. Just
Ugh.
like, you guys are fucking stupid.
And he now hangs out at like the local like watering hole, like the Laredos, and he's like, "Do you remember back when I would fuck?" Is he that?
Yeah,
He's that dude?
No,
Because there's a kid. There's the exact kid you're describing who does that at my hometown.
Yeah,
right now.
for sure. He wasn't. The thing about him is he wasn't like a high school hero. He wasn't like a big sports guy or like he doesn't have his Letterman jacket on at the bar. A lot of people have this trajectory in Oklahoma City where they were cool. Now they're not cool. All the people kind of still see each other. Some of them left. A lot of them are there. And they all go to the bars around there. And it's not that they're the losers who never left. They're still cool. I ran into him like not that long ago. He was still really nice and doing fine. They're not excelling, but
Yeah.
they're not like fucking bums
That's a
going,
weird level.
You remember when I scored fucking
Yeah.
14 touchdowns that year? And I'm just like, okay, or whatever.
I
Like,
have
it's not like that.
I know a group of guys who I have two groups of friends who I know that were the grade above me and grade below me. The guys above me all moved to Chicago. Guys below me all moved to Arizona. And it's weird because they all still hang out in their little unit, like high school friends that now live in the bigger city. And it's not like they're cool as hell, but it is just a weird state to be like, yeah, we're in Chicago now, but we just all are from the same area and we just talk about the same. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you're in Chicago, go meet other people.
Yeah.
I don't
Go
know.
talk to Kanye West.
Yeah, dude, it's easy. Go meet.
You can go
Easy.
find his
I don't even
childhood.
think I hang, and this isn't like I like my friends from high school and stuff. I just haven't communicated with them for
Nah, bro. Like,
years,
I
dude.
have friends who I was like friends with in high school, and like every time I go home, I see less and less of them. And it's not like a sad thing. I just get to the point where I've like over the years when I first would
Just
go
almost
back
30
after
now.
leaving to go to rehab, I'm doing good. I'm feeling good, you know, even like before like feeling cool doing stand up. Like I just was like, I want to see everybody, and like they were all, oh Matt, blah. And then like as time's gone on, I'm like, you stink. You don't do fun things. Like it's
you
like,
have 3 kids.
I literally,
You were
bro,
my age with
bro,
3
like
kids.
I
That
literally,
sucks.
like at first it was like a whole fucking list of people that I wanted to see, and now I literally want to see like 3 people when I go home.
Mhm.
And there's bonuses where I go, oh fuck yeah,
Yeah,
you know
it's a
what I
little
mean?
surprise.
When you go back home, you're like, Chip.
Yeah. What the
Oh,
hell is up, buddy?
fuck, dude.
How the hell are you doing, pal?
Yeah, and then it's fun to be like, do you remember in 10th grade math
Yeah,
class
yeah,
when you
yeah,
called
yeah.
Miss Boyers a cunt?
Yeah.
Like, that's fun.
You were a
but-
savage back then.
Yeah,
bro.
dude.
You were
You
crazy.
Oh,
That's always
so
the worst
good.
too.
Oh
Like,
man,
you still crazy? He's like, no, I live to support my kids.
Yeah. No, man, I'm a
You still
mechanic.
wild? He's like, dude, I can't. You know, child support. And,
I watched
Behind these eyes is just a lot of.
one of the funniest memes.
I don't know why I wake up anymore, man.
Yeah, you're like,
you have the disappointed tone really down, dude. You're like,
Ooh.
I just don't really know why I'm
Dude,
even
honestly,
here.
I don't even know why I get up in the morning. The alarm goes off, and I'm like, I guess we're doing this again.
It's like my
Yeah.
body's just in like autopilot. I just kind of wake up, and the kids got to eat, and the dogs got to go out.
And you'll you'll lie to yourself. You'll wake up and you'll say something will make you happy today, man, and it never comes. And you'll go, no, today's the day, man. You got to show at the Improv. Today's the day. And no, it's still same bed, same disappointment.
Now you're making me sad, bro. Why did you have to make it you? I was making it a hypothetical person, and then you were just like,
I
you gotta
was
show it to
I was
Improv.
being
somebody else.
somebody else.
vulnerable.
Yeah,
Hey,
bro.
podcasting's about
I
being
was
vulnerable.
fetch doozy.
Fetch doozy.
Fetch
The
Corozal.
racist? You were being the racist Fetch doozy.
Fetch doozy.
the notorious racist?
Bro, you
Did
should.
you see
That's
that
your
vi-
alter ego.
Did you see the video of the white family that got the fucking shit kicked out of them, dude? By
Yeah,
on
the
the-
Alabama
on the
the
boat
Alabama
Yeah.
beatdown.
It was the best. It was the best. It was the most
Is
rewarding
it the
video.
one where the guy throws the hat up in the air?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because the
What a
dudes-
great distraction, by the way, to be
Did
like.
you see the? Yeah, it's literally the dodgeball trick. You throw the dodgeball in the air, they look up and you pelt them in the face,
Exactly.
dude. The
He definitely learned that from like a black karate school in like a shopping center.
Yeah.
Who's just
Popeye
like
Hansen
the
Sinclair.
first art of fighting, sleight of hand.
Yeah. And it didn't work, by the way, like at
No.
all. Like not in the slightest.
I love-
You know, it did work. Fucking folding chair to the face.
Yeah, dude.
It was so rewarding
That
too. Once I
works.
learned at first, I'm not gonna lie. At first, didn't know the backstory. Just saw all I saw was the one part of all the guys jump, like 8 dudes jumping like these 3 dudes. Then I saw the full video and I was like, oh, there should have been 8 more jumping those 3
So
dudes.
anytime I see a video of like 8 guys jumping another couple guys, it does seem unfair, but it's
They
very
deserve that.
rare that 8 people just go, we're gonna beat these 3 random people up for no reason. What it is now, whether who's right or wrong, you guys both agreed to get in that fight. Those 3 guys may have just not known that there were 5 other people
Yeah,
around
yeah,
that were
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
show up. You know, but if the guy was being racist, I didn't know the guy was being racist.
He wasn't, no, the whole thing wasn't even that. The whole thing was that they had it was I don't know, it's probably racist, I guess. I don't know the whole details, but I know that they had a boat that was docked illegally, and the security guy goes, "Hey, you guys can't dock this. We're trying to put our barge here or whatever. We're trying to put a ship there." Barge.
Yeah,
Is
barge.
that the right
I don't
term?
think barge is the
Dude,
right word. But
if you're like a white guy who says something racist and you're like, look, there's 3 of them, there's 3 of us. No, it's the 3 of you versus all of them who are around.
also,
Like if you drop one,
But
it's
also
you versus
everybody on the
every
internet,
black
Yeah,
too.
so it was just
You never
well,
win.
the whole issue with everything that started was the security guy told them to move their boat. They didn't. They have this charter ship that's trying to or a cruise ship that's trying to dock right there. They don't move, so the security guy just kind of goes undoes it and starts pushing it like he was just making room for the cruise ship. So then they all started beating up the 3 dudes, and the family started beating up the single security guard, who then gets backup from everybody else who witnessed it. And if you watch the video, there's also white dudes who are jumping in trying to get the fucking
Those
guy.
are just guys
yeah,
like,
dude.
this looks like fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's dudes who rush fights.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
do you
100%.
remember Wetumpka, Alabama, dude? At the only bar in Wetumpka, Alabama that we went
For
to.
sure.
And there was just those bouncers that were just kicking the shit out of people.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
3 or 4 times. Just
Holy
a
shit, I forgot about
a group
that.
of like 4 6'2", like 280, not like super in shape, just like country boy,
They're
big
country
dudes.
boys. They're secret in shape.
Yeah, they're
That's what it
secret in
is.
shape.
They're
They're-
not toned. They're not
Yeah.
defined. They can't run a half mile to save their life.
they will
But
beat
dude,
the fuck
they
out
will
of you.
beat the fucking shit out of you because they've been doing manual labor all day, and
Brutally,
now they're at
dude.
their second job doing security at the only attraction in the city.
And, dude, I watched like 5 or 6 grown men get manhandled by those dudes. It was fun. It was like a hit squad. I'd watch them. Like I'd watch 3 of them just like walk seriously.
I watched you watch them. That was really fun.
He's like a dog seeing a squirrel.
It's exactly what it's like.
I was on a fucking hunt, dude. Caught a whiff of a fight. See, I like watching fights. I don't know. After watching that, dude, the Nate Diaz Logan Paul fight or Jake Paul fight was so fucking.
I didn't watch it.
I stayed up late to watch it. It was dog
bad.
shit. It was dog shit.
so bad.
It was funny.
What was bad about
just not-
Just
just
all
not
of
entertaining.
Boring.
First off,
Yeah,
though,
not entertaining.
First off, all of the Paul fights have been
Yeah,
not
they've been
good,
bad.
except there was one who got knocked out. The
Nate Robinson.
Nate Robinson, but
He
that
got
should have
rocked.
he should have gotten knocked out. Wasn't there one other guy? Didn't
I've
Tyrone
never
Woodley
watched
get
one
knocked
of them.
out?
I don't think so.
I've never watched
I
one,
think
and
he
I finally
did.
was like, I'm going to watch one because I was like, oh, I found it. Obviously, I found it on a Discord online. I watched it.
Yeah,
I didn't
same.
pay.
I've never paid for any fight ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jake
I
Paul
did.
knocked out
I
Tyron
did
Woodley.
see a clip of Nate Diaz holding up. They were like, the event was sponsored by Under Armour, and they gave him like some new shoe that's like Under Armour, Dwayne the Rock Johnson's Under Armour shoe, and he was like, "Yo, this shoe fucking sucks." It was
Really?
awesome. Yeah, it's just like, dude, nothing about The Rock is cool.
No,
Nothing
you're
about
right.
The Rock is cool.
Not anymore.
I mean, he had his day.
Yeah.
I TikToked his shoe because I saw that clip on TikTok. I looked up his shoe. It's $150.
What kind of shoe is it?
It's like a running shoe.
The Rock.
Dude, it stinks. Imagine spending $150 on Under Armour Dwayne the
Yeah.
Rock
That
Johnson.
supports
Also-
the billionaire Dwayne. The
Also, why does it make perfect sense that The Rock has a shoe with Under Armour?
yeah, 100%.
Under Armour. Remember when Under Armour was sick as
First
fuck
in
though?
6th grade,
You remember
dude.
like 2006 to 2010 when having Under Armour was really cool.
I
Yeah.
I
And
would
now Under
wear.
Armour's just like, we have Steph Curry, so that's cool.
I would
right?
wear the.
I think The Rock shoes they actually kind of look kind of cool.
Can I see him?
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do. They look like they're just like normal fucking like they look like comfy running shoes. I don't know if cool is how I would describe them, but like if I came in with a pair of these, you guys wouldn't be like, "What the fuck?" You'd just be like, "Matt,
You
has
wouldn't
on running
spend
shoes."
$150 on
They're
those.
$160 actually.
I would.
Yeah.
You know what? Those,
Oh, you know what's really lame about them now? Look at the black. They have like a bull on the side of them. That's not cool.
Because The Rock can't do anything without being like, I made these shoes as a metaphor for grabbing life by the horns.
That really
Yeah.
is.
Suck.
He even does like he has his cheat days. He even does that corny. You know what I'm talking about? Because he's all about fitness and stuff, and then he's like, I ate 17 pancakes, 14 fucking waffles, I had 6 cheeseburgers, and then he TikToks the whole thing.
Yeah.
Live big, eat big. Like,
Right,
fuck you,
exactly.
dude. Also, you're like 52 years old. You're not natty in the least.
Well, I don't think he's ever
No.
claimed.
No,
that.
yeah, I'm
I'm
Does he
pretty
claim
sure he
that?
claims he's natty.
yeah. There's no.
I'm fucking
way,
natty, baby.
bro. There's no way.
Fucking psych, dude.
I think The
on,
Rock
Pink
is
Magic.
the highest paid actor in Hollywood right now.
Yeah, he
though.
definitely is. He's like it's either him or Kevin Hart. One of those two are like.
I don't think Kevin Hart's even close.
You remember when the highest paid
billionaire.
actress for
I
like
know he's a
2
billionaire,
years was
but-
Melissa
No, I don't think he's a
McCarthy
billionaire.
or Melissa McCarthy,
No.
and then Hollywood was like, "Oops, our bad."
What?
We
Wait.
overcorrected on this one.
Wait, I didn't.
Dude,
Like
she's
the
hilarious.
The highest, yeah, but she shouldn't be the highest paid actor in Hollywood.
Kevin
What?
Hart's not a billionaire.
He's not. He's got like
No.
what 700 million. What? Or net? 1 second. What is a net worth? By the
Net
way?
worth is everything,
When they,
all the
right,
assets
but how
that
do
you
they
own.
calculate it for like a random?
Well,
celebrity?
a lot of them are
that's
wrong.
like,
Like
how do you-
I've
yeah.
Wrong.
I've
Yeah.
seen videos of celebrities be like, it's a lot higher, or fuck, dude, I don't got it like that.
Yeah.
Like I've seen shit like that. Kevin Hart's not a billionaire though.
You don't think so? Jerry Seinfeld's a billionaire.
Yeah, but
Is he?
Seinfeld's
Yeah.
yes, but Seinfeld's bigger than anything Kevin Hart's ever done.
Yeah, that's true. And it's been
Seinfeld was
syndicated so many
huge.
times.
Now, have you seen fucking Jumanji 2?
Solid point. Solid point.
I'm gonna look up if he's a billionaire.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Soul Plane
Yeah.
was Jerry Seinfeld in a purple plane piloted by Snoop Dogg. I
That
don't
was
fucking
such.
think
I
so.
used to watch that movie all the fucking time on Comedy Central. So much.
Do you remember the Adam Sandler movie where they like robbed? They held up a radio station.
Airheads?
Airheads.
Yeah.
Great movie, dude.
with Steve
that was
Buscemi
that was also
What
another
is
one.
it?
and
Airheads.
and what's his name? The guy who just won like an Oscar for playing a fat guy. Brendan Fraser.
Brendan Fraser, yeah.
He was just like stuck in vents the whole movie.
yeah, yeah,
He was
yeah.
just stuck in a vent.
That was a that
I've
like
never seen
Con
that.
Air. There was like movies that were always on TV back in like the early
Mm-hmm.
2000s. Like FX and Comedy Central was those were the if I was watching TV growing up, it was FX or it was Comedy
I used to
Central.
watch Comedy Central all the time. That's how I got into stand-up.
Yeah,
Also, it says $950 million for Jerry Seinfeld. I would imagine that with how people with that much money operate, he probably is a billionaire. You know what I mean?
Even if you have 950 million, you're a billionaire.
No, 50 million's a lot of
I've
money,
heard him
bro.
call himself a billionaire in person. How weird is
In
that?
oh, you went and saw him
I
at a
went
theater,
and saw
right?
him at a theater. Yeah.
That's a lame thing to do as a comedian.
Yeah.
Well,
Like, I'm a billionaire.
No. He,
you guys
it
know
was
when
right-
nothing
I
matters
was
because
like-
I fucking am loaded.
I
don't give a fuck about
I
any of
saw
this.
him after the Boston Red Sox came back against the Yankees. Like they broke the curse and the Bambino curse, and they came back and they beat the Yankees in the World Series.
What year was
And-
this?
04?
Holy shit.
Something like
okay.
that. This is the first comedy show I'd ever been to. I was
Uh-huh.
like 12, 13.
Yeah.
And some guy just kept yelling about the Yankees. Kept being like, "Go Yankees! What about the Yankees? What about the Yankees?" Because he knows Seinfeld's from New York, and like,
Yeah.
there's like Yankees subplots on Seinfeld and shit. And finally, like after like the 5th time he yelled out, Seinfeld was like, He's like, "I'm a 50-year-old Jewish billionaire," and he swore. He's the only time he swore the whole show. He's like, "I'm a 50-year-old Jewish billionaire. Why the fuck would I care about the Yankees?" And everyone was like, "Let's go!"
All the Jews were like, "Let's fucking go!"
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Some guy got lifted in
Yeah,
a
on a
chair
chair,
for some
yeah,
reason.
yeah.
No, but then security
All of a sudden,
threw that guy
his
out, and it was wild.
His curls came out.
Oh, dude, yeah.
What are those called?
The Hasidic curls?
Yeah,
I don't
there's got to be a
know.
name for them. Let's look
I'm
it up.
sure there are.
We'll figure
Let's
it out.
look it up.
We're gonna learn. This is a
What you
educational
called
podcast.
the Jew cut?
Hasidic curls. That's what I'm gonna
Hasidic
look up.
curls?
Hasidic curls. Okay,
That's where they store their powers.
yeah. It's like their Achilles heel. Peyote.
Peyote.
Peyote, P-A-Y-O-T, are worn by some men and boys in the Orthodox Jewish community based on an interpretation of Tanakh's injunction against shaving the sides of one's head.
Yeah, because there's
Dude, religion is so
There
fucking
are weird-
stupid.
there are weird religions.
Religion is so dumb. Listen, if you're a religious person, I don't hate religion as an organization or as a principle. I think there's a lot of good things in it. There's the extremes of being like, well, this guy forever ago wrote this thing that's been translated 100,000 times, and it said you can't shave the sides of your heads. What fucking universe does that even make sense to be like, my God says I can't shave the sides of my head?
It probably has to do with modesty. That's a big thing in like Orthodox Jewish
But
communities.
even then, let's make that make sense. How is it unmodest to have the sides of your head shaved?
Because it's
not.
like
maybe it
it's
was
like
thousands
showy,
of years ago.
You know?
It's a lot more showy to fucking use a curling iron every morning to get a fucking
is it-
lock
No,
to come out of your
Jews
head.
are naturally curly hair.
Yeah, true, but you've seen how fucking tight those things are curled every once in a while, dude. They put product in them for sure.
Yeah.
You're telling me there's no pomade in those fucking Jew curls? You're telling me there's not? You're telling me there's no mousse at all in those curls?
It is
I'm
funny
looking
to
up pictures.
A faux
I'm
hawk,
looking
have
up
a faux
pictures.
hawk with the.
I'm looking it up. I'm looking up images of these.
Maybe
What's
it's-
going on TikTok? This is how I get ready in the morning and I take my
Bro,
axe.
you are telling me. Look at this fucking Jew, real quick. Okay, well, this
That
is
was- well,
actually.
that's a
wait,
crazy way to say that.
Wait, this is actually a guy who's. I mean, this is an extremely offensive picture, actually, now that I'm looking at it. This guy's definitely got on a fake pair of glasses that has a nose attached to the glasses.
Jesus Christ. Like it's the fucking.
That's extremely
Like it's the
offensive.
20s.
I don't support that, actually. Now
Well,
that
what
I'm-
you're Googling, Google's like, oh, I know what he wants.
See,
Yeah.
okay, but look at this. Look at this guy, right?
Uh-huh.
Those I know that has natural curl to it, but you tell me they don't brush that a little bit,
Well,
fucking
yeah.
get it really
They might brush
get
it.
popping.
They might
I
brush
think
it.
you think maybe,
you
especially
comb
in
your
New
hair?
York, dude, in the summer.
Maybe it's natural or maybe it's Maybelline.
Maybe it's Maybelline. I think it could be Maybelline. You think they get the curls perfect that'll go like they spray them with spray
Oh
just
yeah,
to keep
they
them
hit
a little.
the spray, dude.
Come on, man.
I'd hit the spray.
You asked me to
You think
I comb my
you think
hair?
they
Does
you
yours-
think
yeah.
they pull it
Yeah,
and
of
then it
course.
springs back and he's
I
like,
know.
I'm ready to go out now.
What I
Yes.
do is this.
Bing.
And then I just let it
See,
ride,
that's
dude.
nice. No, you've been in the hotel when I do my hair. You know how I do my hair.
Yeah, that's true.
I just blow dry, and then
Yeah, you do blow dry.
I put a little fucking
Little
in it, and then
little
and then it's good. I've been lazy
Dude,
as fuck lately, bro. I've been wearing hats all the
So
time.
what I've been doing on Facebook is when people comment on our videos, mean things, I just reply with "We're Navy SEALs," and it got to the point like I'll just be like, it doesn't even need to be relevant to anything. Like it'll be like us talking
Yeah.
about like the Scholastic Book Fair, and somebody will be like, "These guys don't know what they're talking about," and I'll be like, "We're all Navy SEAls." ... Just as a fun little bit for myself, you know.
I like
it got to
that.
the point where people are now commenting, replying to other people's comments in the videos, being like, "You're really disrespecting Navy SEAls like this." It is my. I have like
Honestly,
4
I
of them.
love that.
It's so funny. It's also funny because it's like
I
if
like
somebody's
the
like
idea of
ever
like changing it every time. If they're like,
'Cause it
"Oh,
was
these
We Are
guys don't know what they're
Doctors."
talking about
Yeah.
with the Scholastic Book Fair. It'd be like, my grandfather was Jonathan Scholastic.
Yeah,
Every
exactly.
time it's like, who do you think you're talking to right now?
These are Navy
But it's-
fucking
It's
SEAls.
hilarious. Just to, like, it's funny to get like strangers defending us who have never. They watch 2 clips and then they look at the comments and they see they're Navy SEAls, and then they look at us and go, "That looks believable," and then they go to the next one and comment. So many things had to go wrong for them to get there.
Okay, wait. So you're telling me that people are defending us not ironically?
Yeah.
I was imagining it's the people who listen to the podcast
No.
going, these guys like being in on the bit.
Being on it, no, these are
legit.
dudes
So these are veterans who have no idea that
Yeah.
we're stealing
Yeah, that
valor
we're
for the sake
stealing-
of a bit.
for the sake of a bit.
Even funnier.
I was
Even
also,
better. You know what I like about this is you could be like, we're Marines. And then if it ever got blowback, you could be like, I am a Marine. These are my boys. It was a joke. But you're even
I'll
stealing valor because
I'll
you're
steal
going
Valor all the
Navy
day, dude.
SEAL.
Yeah, Navy SEAL. I was thinking of a funny.
Also,
sketch.
thank you for including us in the stealing of valor without our consent, by the way.
Yeah, dude, you're a
Okay?
hero, dude.
Yeah.
You're a hero.
I am a hero.
I'm gonna
Goddamn
pin
right.
it on you, dude. You know what I was thinking for a funny sketch would be because I know military stuff. It would be funny for me to go do stolen valor, and then like somebody confronts me, but like I have the answers, like a prank like not a prank. I'm not gonna do a prank video in 2023.
I don't get what you mean.
So like, if you ever watch stolen valor videos,
course,
they'll go
yeah.
up to dudes who have like mismatched uniforms that are at Wendy's, and they're like, "Oh yeah, who's your first sergeant?" But it's like I have the answers
So-
to everything. Would be funny to them.
Captain Crunch.
Yeah, like well, it's like
So wait, are you saying that you would dress in a way that would attract
Yes.
these people?
Yes.
And how many hours do you think we'd have to put in before somebody
confronts
confronted
me.
you?
How many 2 for 20s do I have to get at Applebee's?
I mean,
before
seriously,
somebody gets
how
pissed?
many places with military discounts are we going to have
Just
to eat at?
SD cards filled with footage of Josh just standing in a mall
Just looking around.
in mismatched clothes he got from like an army surplus store. Just I'm about to get half off a pretzel at Annie Ann's
How many
with my
discounts do I
military
get?
discount.
Every old white guy who walks by, you just go, like, just in case, just to get him. You do it wrong.
I was also thinking of
I served in the 89th.
in
And
the
then they're like,
98th.
okay.
This make It would be funny. It'd be like it's silly. I also had another thought that I think is funny, which is there's videos of military dudes who break down movie videos, or movies. They break down movies in videos.
How
and
old do you think you are when you're 3?
How old? So there's these videos of dudes in like Navy SEAL reacts
There's
to
these videos of movies.
There's these videos of movies where Navy SEAls react
Some
to
videos are called movies.
and that's a really long video.
one.
It's like imagine like
It's
four
like a
videos.
it's like a TikTok, but it's really
It's like
long.
a TikTok but for 6 hours. It's sick.
What about like the people underneath Gen Z who are like finding out about long form video?
Yeah.
They're like, dude, okay. I know that you've been on these like TikTok videos of Breaking Bad. That's actually based on something called a TV show.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's a show.
Bro, okay, I want you to get your point out because it's bothering me now. But I am going to interrupt for a sec. I do. My favorite thing to do is be like, I'm
I
acknowledging
that you wanna
you,
talk.
but still disrespecting you a little bit. I'll get
Softball
caught
fucking
when
sucks.
I'll see a scene or like a YouTube video, and it'll have all the information in it, and it's like part 3. I'm like, why don't people? And then I get it because it's all there. If part 1 through 4 is all right there and you don't have to leave the app, let's go through all of them. The people in the comments going, please post part 5. Go to the fucking YouTube video, you absolute retard. Go. Just watch. It's all right there.
It's right there.
Okay. All right. Anyways.
I think
You watch.
now the bit stinks that I'm
But
gonna
it's
do.
military guys review. Or what
Yeah,
are they?
they're
like critiquing.
like Navy SEAL guys watching like Jarhead being like, yeah, that's how we would actually do it formation.
Yeah, that's fake. That's
And
real.
And I think it'd be funny to break down the Navy SEAL guy breaking down a video, being like, I pause right when he's like, after he breaks down a thing, and I pause and I go, yeah, no, I agree with everything, and it's just that for the whole thing.
Dude,
just,
it's like the years that Grey's Anatomy was good. My uncle, who's a doctor, was unbearable for a while.
yes.
He's like, none of that's real. It's
Yeah,
like, obviously it's not real, dude. I know that.
What about like veteran breaking down footage of like dudes getting married at 19?
yeah, that would be really funny. Yeah.
Just being like,
pause,
this
that's-
is super realistic.
you can
You can
tell.
see the Dodge Charger in the background in the parking
Now
lot.
you can see how his Camaro kind of leans because he had to go with the fat girl.
yeah.
You can see how,
He really wanted those benefits, so you can see how his Camaro kind of bends because his lady's fat.
And you can tell that she doesn't have any teeth. She wants dental insurance, and that's why she's
now
with
notice
him.
how she barely speaks English.
Yeah, and if you backtrack, you can probably see. Yep, he did go to Thailand the year prior. This is what we call a GI. You know what I don't like is when people call them Joes. Do you know people actually call them that, like Joes?
G.I. Joe?
Yeah, like Joe.
I feel like G.I. Joe's
Another
might have
Dwayne The
ruined
Rock
that.
Johnson hit.
Classic. Yeah, starring Channing Tatum as well.
Dude, he was also in a movie for Rampage. Dude,
hot
Dwayne
guys.
The Rock Johnson loves being in movies for based on like toys and video games that don't have a story. He's like, I'm gonna be in the Rampage movie. It's like the arcade game where like the point is you're just a monkey that beats things up for points. There's no story.
It is
involved in
weird
that.
that they even make those. It's not even The
It's
Rock's
super
fault
weird.
at this point. It's just weird to be like, we're making a G.I. Joe movie. It's like, why? It's a
Off
toy.
the action figures.
Yeah,
At least like
basically.
X-Men. It's like there's comic books.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah,
go
that
off
is
of that.
no, that is true. It's like just make a war movie. Like, why does it have to
Just-
be
why does it have
GI
to be-
Joe?
Well,
What do you have
that's
to
the
It's
license.
branding and then
The same thing with like Transformers.
Marketing.
It's like the toys.
Yeah.
But Transformers had a TV show back in the day. So there
Not
was a
before the toys.
storyline.
The toys came before everything.
It did?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Yeah. I guess it's just all brand marketing and stuff.
It's so God, dude, fuck it.
Yeah, this
We're
has been the
fucking
Triple F
Yeah,
podcast.
dude, we figured it out, dude.
We gotta.
Good Girl Studios, dude.
Good Girl Studios, dude.
We're bringing back film, dude.
I
I'm
want-
basically Scorsese.
I love the idea of we should just make movies that are like, you can't make that. You know, people go, you can't make that anymore. We're just like, just make those. It would be funny to just only do films that are like
Just-
insanely offensive.
No, I think it would be funny to do the opposite. I think it'd be funny to be like, we're making stuff like, you know, when you watch Step Brothers and you're like, they could never make this anymore. We're making that. You remember when Zach Galifianakis in The Hangover said the N-word a couple times to Mike Epps? We're making stuff like that. We're getting crazy, and it's just sketches of us all like respecting each other's pronouns.
yeah.
The
just being
funniest
like,
thing about those is when
he,
people are like,
they?
you couldn't make Step Brothers today. It's like, yeah, because comedy movies don't gross at the box office anymore.
That's all it really is.
It
Now
really
comedy,
is. Like,
comedies
that's
now
all
have
it
to be
is.
like some mix of like action. There has to be a story. Like
Yeah,
it
it
can't
has to
just
be
be
Disney,
like a
dude.
funny movie. Like Step Brothers obviously had a storyline, but it was like just funny. Like the
Yeah.
drama of
You
the
couldn't
storyline
do
wasn't
Talladega
that
Nights
great.
these days, like because
Bro.
the budget of that movie was huge, and like
And it grossed a ton.
Oppenheimer doesn't even make that much money. You can't make Step Brothers isn't gonna make any money these days.
Dude.
Comedy movies don't make money.
Talladega Nights was so goddamn funny.
I've watched
dude.
that movie so many goddamn times. That is so. It's
It's a
so
classic, dude.
Fucking funny.
It might be one of the best comedies
I think
that
that,
I've watched.
honest to God, I think if we're talking just comedy movies of like my generation
Yeah,
of being
yeah,
like
yeah.
a semi-conscious like person, I think Step Brothers and Talladega Nights for me are like top notch. I mean, I'm sure there's others that could creep in there, but like those are so.
I
mean,
agree with Talladega Nights.
what's
dude.
the one? Jonah Hill and
Superbad?
Superbad is
Superbad's
fucking
top.
great. Also,
Superbad might be my favorite.
Superbad is-
I like
This.
Superbad.
when I moved into my first apartment off campus, I'm talking about the same apartment every time, just for the record. But we didn't have cable for like the first month we lived there, and we just had a fucking DVD player, and we only had Superbad. Like we watched Superbad so many goddamn times.
That was
So good.
That was I had 8 Crazy Nights on DVD with Adam Sandler.
Wasn't a
the
fan.
animated movie. That's all I would watch when I would be homesick.
that movie's hilarious.
That's a great movie, dude. Adam Sandler's his camp had great movies too, though. Like
Sure.
yeah.
Oh,
That, like
are you taking the bold stance that Happy Gilmore has made some good movies?
I was gonna say
Dude, okay, not to derail this. I just Googled the budget for Talladega Nights. It's $75 million. That's why you can't make those movies anymore.
Well, I wonder what the budget
'Cause-
for Oppenheimer was.
Oh, a lot.
I'd probably
A lot.
200 million.
Budget.
But it did. But Oppenheimer did like 100 million opening weekend. Comedy movies wouldn't do half
Well,
that.
but listen to this. Oppenheimer only was 100 million was the budget. So the fact that Talladega Nights, the Ballad of Ricky Bobby,
It's
was
comparable.
75. It's comparable.
Well, hold on though. But there's a lot. Like you say that as if like because Oppenheimer's a 3-hour long like epic, and Talladega Nights is a silly movie. It's like, dude, they had to rent out and then fill up a NASCAR stadium. Like
stadium.
there's a reason why budget is
Oppenheimer really, now that I'm thinking about it, was not really. There were
Yeah,
not
it
a
was
lot of.
renting spaces and filling
And
it.
like obviously
dressing it.
there were effects for like the bomb and
Yeah, they
stuff
had to
like
drop
that.
the nuke. They had to
but-
make the nuke. And have you seen how people
Yeah.
were like actually falling for the fact that there was like rumors
there.
online? that-
Christopher
Well,
Nolan
it said
That-
there was no CGI.
he doesn't do CGI.
yeah,
Yeah.
and they were like Christopher Nolan legitimately dropped the nuke, and people were like, "What?"
Yeah.
He
We're
did.
gonna
That is
fucking
a
die,
that is a
dude.
real explosion.
My camera's dead.
Okay.
It's
All right,
fine.
well, that's
we got
fine.
we
Hey,
got to go to the.
We're gonna switch over to the Patreon right now. Go over to www.patreon.com/triple-F-pod. Links in the bio. Thank you guys so much for listening. Check out. We're gonna be next back again every Tuesday.
Bye.
Bye.